down. Cause late nights turn to days. Don't wanna let you down. With each breath we give away, it'll never be the same. I'm chasing somebody who won't ever ease the pain, but I don't want half of your heart. You can have it back if it's only half of your heart. If it's only half of your heart. I feel like I'm afraid of the only thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to race 1 of season 3 for the West Coast Sim Racing GT Challenge, coming at you live from the virtual legendary Circuit de Spa. Conditions could be trickier for the season opener as the rain was absolutely pouring out there in practice. It's starting to light up here just a little bit, but still coming down. The track is soaked, visibility is low, grip is going to be at a premium. Drivers are going to need to find every single ounce of patience and car control tonight that they possibly can. Welcome in here to Stam Studio Network. My name's Sean Stam, and let's get to a virtual trackside action here as these drivers are finishing up their qualifying laps right now. You'll see these weather conditions. It is starting to clear up just a little bit, but the rain's still coming down. We're going to see some hydroplaning. You can see those puddles form, as well as see these drivers try to show us what they got here tonight in these tricky conditions. It's a 25 driver grid. Take a look at our race information. It's a pretty tough, tricky track as well. 4.3 miles long, 73 Fahrenheit temp, as well as sitting at an altitude about 1,500 feet. Just outside of Belgium here for the Grand Prix configuration. Appreciate each and every single one of you joining in here tonight on Stam Studio Network as we are rounding up qualifying. Just 2 drivers left out of this 25 driver grid. Turn 1 that you see right to the left of that red line up there on the track map. That's the hairpin. That's going to be Dive Bomb Central. Then we're going to have a Rouge. It's that uphill flat. Bust to the left, bust to right, then bust to left. All commitments here in these tough, tricky conditions. Then the Kimmel Straight, we're going to see the Slipstream of Draft play another another talking points here tonight as these drivers work with that Slipstream of Draft, just like we saw them do Monday night for the GRD6 season opener. Les Combs turns 5 through 7. It's Breaking Battle Central there, as well as turn 10. It's high speed. It's a double left, but it's going to be definitely tricky within these conditions. Speaking of conditions, the rain has now let up. The track looks actually relatively ready to go as we'll take a look at our starting grid here tonight. Brought to you by Overstockvehicles.com. If you're looking to buy, if you're looking to sell, Overstockvehicles.com, as well as VehicleBuyers.com. Nick Davis, what a flyer of a lap, even in wet conditions, slaps it on the pole with a 2:40.299. Josh Hunter, hey, he had 7 wins last season. He was the season winner, the champion for our multi-class series. Well, Josh Hunter starts P2, just 0.010 seconds behind our pole sitter. Brandon Myers, Michael O'Donnell, Joe Rainey, Zach Severe, Trevor Borowski, Andrew Bound, Brandon Birch, Benjamin Forhand are the drivers who round out our top 10. 11-12 belong to Ali Ixay and Glenn Wilson. 13th, 14th, it's Adrian Gutierrez and Andreas Profana. Glad to see those drivers back here with us this season. Miles Guerrero, Mitch Crowther round out our 15th, 16th. I believe that's 2 newer drivers here with us this season. Lewis Holloway, Taylor Thompson, Dylan Bliss, Brian Reyes, they're out of UT ATX. Nico Colby, what happened to the number 21 machine? 22, Warren Johnson, league owner, starts 22 of the of the number 24, Warren Johnson starts P22. Jake Steckler and Kalani round out our 24. Then we got Jeremy Fletcher, Mazda MX-5 seasoned champion of real life racing. He starts, he's not quite gridded up here just yet, but showing he will start P25. There you see on some of these camera shots, we still have some rain here around this 4.3 mile track. The track is big enough that we're gonna see some rain still in some spots, but also see sunshine in some others. It's just how fast this track is going to dry. All of the drivers that you see out on track right now starting on wet weather tires, but hey, you gotta remember, we do have that competition caution around minute 20 of the race. Wonder if anybody comes in and opts to take any dry tires if this dry line does start to form. Temps have dropped here quite a bit, at least ambient temperature, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. It says conditions cloudy. I wouldn't quite trust it. Humidity in the 93% range here. That's also going to warrant these drivers to get ready to slice, dice, get ready to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge once more in these GT3 machines. If you're just now joining us here tonight on Stam Studio Network, be sure you click that like, click that subscribe, and you can also click that little gear icon in the top right of the screen. Bump the quality up to 1440p. You're gonna want to see these drivers whites of their eyeballs as they head out and out of turns. 18, 19, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's the season opener for the GT Challenge GT3 Series in West Coast Sim Racing. We are green flag racing for Season 3. You can't see anything at the back of the pack. It's 3, it's 4. We're almost looking 5 wide heading into turns 1 and 2. Somehow, how are we gonna make it through? No, we got a spinner. It's Josh Hunter, our season championship from last season, the season championship winner who goes around early. Josh Hunter falls back to about 13th, 14th there. We still got some rooster spraying. Oh, we still have contact with another driver back there. I believe that's going to be Benjamin Forehand, who goes around and off the racetrack this time by. We get up back here, back for the battle for the race lead. It's starting to heat up and broil between Michael O'Donnell. It's Brandon Myers starting to look in that outside line. He's going to inch just ahead as we head our way off the Kimmel Straight and into turns 5 through 7. It's Les Combs time. It's going to be a double left-hander as we start to set up this lap 1. We're gonna still see some passes here down and through the pack. Andreas Profana is still fighting for his right to party in the number 95 machine out of Italy. He's now found on that outside line. We'll see what he's able to do with that outside line. He's gonna try to inch his way ahead over Nick Davis. Nico Colby's gonna start to join this battle as well. Oh, I say that, the Nico Colby, he gets the Sean and Tater curse. No, Nico, no. The VehicleBuyers.com Lamborghini, excuse me. Yeah, that is a Lamborghini machine, goes for a spin early tonight. Back out to the race lead as moisture continues to rooster tail at the rear end of these machines. Michael O'Donnell gets loose as a goose. That's going to present Brandon Myers to have a shot around that outside line. These drivers in the paint, with the rain continuing to fall, not only can you not see Jack Diddley, but you can also, you have to make sure that you have to keep your tires off the rumble strips, off the paint, and off of these puddles that have formed here around Spa. Now look at the cat-like reflexes there for Brandon Myers. Meow! He is going to end up roping it back there with them. Oh man, Varosky going for a tight, almost for a spin there. It looks like he's able to get it hounded down, back down there with them. As deeper as you get in within this pack, it's harder and harder to see. Lewis Holloway, Dylan Bliss are still going at it here. That's Dylan Bliss who goes off of the racing line. Warren Johnson, Brian Reyes fight for their right to party right up there in front of this battle. Talk about the moisture out of the rear end of these cars. Trying to see through that is, oh no, I was about to mention Brian Reyes. That's the second Sean and Tater curse here tonight. I really do believe Brian Reyes just could not see Jack Diddley. And here comes Miles Guerrero. He is also spun here as well. It's tough. It's tricky conditions out here from Spa. Here comes Josh Hunter through it as he is fallen all the way back from the race lead back to P20 here. So he's going to have to re-rack him, restack him, and wait till this competition caution flies here in just about minute 20 of this 45-minute race. Well, we have a brief moment here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Get the bifocals out. Take a look at see what kind of happens on this race restart. There's the 3, there's the 4, there's the 5 wide we started to see. And look at what happens here. It's up in front of Joe Rainey. There's that black and yellow machine. Okay, we're gonna have to bring out the old forklift here briefly. That Rainey Homes racing machine got through it, as it looks like Josh Hunter, okay, who we got there? That's gonna be the 09, the baby blue and pink machine, the Porsche, who gets slid up into the AMG of Josh Hunter. That's how he gets sent around, and then it's elbows at from this point on. 3 and 4 wide. That's not going to work here, as there was a little beating and banging, but we'll get back to some live racing action, as it's still Michael Odell out here. Oh no, right as we cut to him, Michael Odell, the race leader, goes off after contact with P2. Michael Odell somehow ropes it back there underneath of him, as it took Zach Samer right there with him. It's going to be side by side, looking for Ali Iksay as well as Trevor there at 4P67. Here we go, back to the race lead. It's Brandon Myers, Joe Rainey. How about the Rainey Homes Racing Ford Mustang here tonight? Slice and Dyson working his way up to the front of the pack. After that was an amazing save for our race leader, Michael Odell. Let's see what happened to the number. Let's see what happened to the Michael Odell machine. All right, once again, we're gonna have to bring out the old forklift driver tonight, but that is A-okay. This is Brandon Birch, so this happens right up here in front of him as the rain continues to fall. And then there goes, I want to say the number 56 maybe just got a little bit wide. We'll take one more look at it here. Okay. Billy, get off your dang smoke break there on the forklift. We got you out here once again. Here's Michael. Yeah, definitely no contact, but the P2 driver of Brandon Myers, he's going to need some new underwear after that one. All right, so Michael Odell, even after that spin save and what could have all gone wrong, here's Zach that's making contact with Brandon Birch. Brandon Birch, as well as in that Rooster Stream through a Rouge. It's normally flat. Oh, no, there goes the 74, Zach Saphir. He goes for a Formula Drift there out of a Rouge. Oh, there goes the race leader, Michael Odell. He was the race leader. He goes around again. That Chevrolet Corvette, it's been all downhill for these last couple laps as they were going up through the hill. Brian Reyes now wrecks as well. Brian Reyes keeps it moving, grooving for the Green Phantom Motorsports machine. It looks like maybe a little 360, keeping it spinning. I'm sorry that we're cutting to so many different camera shots, but there is so much action happening here tonight from Spa. It's a lot to keep up with here as Brandon Myers continues to lead Mr. Joe Rainey and that Rainey Homes Racing machine. But right now, Myers Racing still out up front. I'm interested we'll hop on board with Joe Rainey. You get away from, you get just about a second, maybe 0.8 of a second back behind him. This has been trouble corner. It's Brandon Myers, the race leader, who goes around right in front of Joe Rainey. Joe Rainey is now out to the front with a crumpled up front nose on his GT3 Ford Mustang. Brandon Myers, it's trouble corner out there, as that was the same one that Michael Odell, our other race leader, had troubles with. Perfect timing to see exactly what Mr. Joe Rainey there saw right up there in front of him. Trevor Borowski, how about the number 10 Porsche machine? We saw, oh, there goes Joe Rainey. He gets the Sharditator curse. Leader after leader after leader goes around here tonight. Joe Rainey, he's going to try to hit neutral back into reverse. Oh, he doesn't quite hit the racing line. What is going on? There must be oil. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's this moisture down. The rain continues to fall on already a soaked track. I know that these drivers are begging for mercy out here. All of these drivers still, of course, running on the wet weather compound tires. This is a battle for second and third. How about Brandon Birch gaining 7 spots since the drop of the green flag? He's going to make his way through turns 18, 19, that final chicane here tonight, right there in front of Brandon Myers. Brandon Myers is going to be a fun driver to hop on board with. No driver can. What are we doing? Where do I break? Where do I break? I'll call it right here. Brandon Myers is going to try to make that slice and dice. The crossover move work over Brandon Birch after Brandon Birch not able to get that throttle pedal down of that newer Aston Martin GT3 racing machine. Oh, don't tell me. I thought we were about to look side by side through a ruse. Nick Davis, that might actually be the baby blue and pink machine that was up there on the front row on the original race restart. Nick Davis falls his way back to P3. Yeah, this was our pole sitter. Golly, you can't see anything if you're these drivers. Look at Zach trying to find, excuse me, that's Brandon, no, that is Nick Davis, who is trying to look left, look right, and then look back center, trying to trying to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Once again, the rooster tails that coming off of these GT3 racing machines here tonight from Spa. The track is soaked. I'm soaked up here in the booth with excitement. I want to treat you to a little excitement as well. Let's go crank it up here tonight as Zach, nope, that's going to be Brandon. Golly, it's spin after spin after spin. Brandon Birch, who now goes around. I'm not one to break promises. Let's go to crank it up here. I'll be right back with you up here in the booth. Slowly rolly, bring this puppy back down. And how about Trevor Vorosky out here still out up front of that Porsche number 10 machine. He's gained 10, count them, 10 spots since the original drop of the green flag. And there you're seeing, and once again, some of these camera shots, it is raining. Some of these camera shots, it's not. Looks like the storms, these kind of scattered shower nights are starting to blow over here, at least a little bit. Two teammates out here out up front, Trevor and Nick Davis. It's Zach Severe, Andrew Bound, Adrian Gutierrez making their way up to P5. Joe Rainey after leading just about a lap, maybe lap and a half, and that's Rainey Ohms Racing 17 Ford Mustang. He's also, that almost looks like the front left camera is kind of whacked up there on the left front. I think these are Michelin's on these GT3 machines. That's going to make it even tougher to handle here in these tough conditions as these drivers, I would imagine, I would wonder if a dry line is starting to form at this point of the race. I don't think so. There is Adrian Gutierrez. That is, I think, Impulse Effect on all socials. I would imagine he's streaming this race right now live on his YouTube and Twitch. Make sure you hit him up and let you know I sent you. Impulse Effect. He's going, no, Jake, no, that's Jake's stack. Here we go. It's an oil plus a mixture of rain. What is going on? Jake Steckler, Brandon Birch, synchronized spinning here. They're going to try to make their way through all these drivers. Mitch Crowler, Glenn Wilson, Andreas Profana, all these drivers trying to make their way through a slip and slide here tonight. This is wild card race. It's the opener race here for the GT Challenge in the West Coast Sim Racing League. It's going to be a three-way battle here between Profana, Steckler, and Wilson. Battle for 6th and 7th here. Careful running on that paint. Careful running on that rumble strips from Mitchell Crowther, excuse me. Mitch, he's going to, that was Glenn Wilson. Okay. I'm still learning the cars. I'm still learning the paint schemes. I'm still learning. Brennan Myers almost goes for a slip and slide. Brennan Myers, he started up there P3 earlier on in this race. He is still begging for mercy in these track conditions. Kalani is our second biggest mover tonight, gaining 13 spots since the drop of the green flag out of Platinum Racing Team. The number 33 Ferrari GT3 machine is having a nice run here tonight in these tough, slick, moist conditions. Brandon Birch, after also being up there in that top 3, top 2, even top 1 battle, Mr. Birch drops here back down to P13. But if you're just now joining us here, it's Josh Hunter. He is our season championship from last season. He's going to go for another spin. I couldn't imagine how treacherous these track conditions are tonight. Josh Hunter's now trying to get it back right the right way through that the paint that's got some sand and dirt mixed in it up there as well, trying to slow these drivers and the cars down after going through a spin through a rouge. It gets even more slick in these wet conditions here as Josh Hunter gets his foot back on the gas and works his way back up through the gears on through the Kimmel Straight. Warren Johnson, league owner, he's running in that BMW M3 GT3 machine tonight. He works his way up 7th to 17th. That's 5 spots gained since the drop of the green flag. The Caber & Caster Lewis Holloway machine, that's going to make that's going to make these conditions even more tough on you. You don't have a rear wing on you. No rear downforce available on this McLaren GT3 machine. Lewis probably going to have to come into the pits here or try and maybe tough this out here until that caution coming around minute 20 of the race. Thanks everybody for joining in here tonight. My name's Sean Stam, live on Stam Studio Network. We appreciate the members who also they give a little monthly contribution here. That's Austin M, Daniel Selway Jr., Ashley L, Fluky 86 Harvest, and Mr. Joe Stipe Irish. They also get some Stam Studio Network care packages just about every month. That's kind of the give and take that we get there. So, also, Trevor Thompson, he's also known as Turbo here on Discord. Not any driver that's had any affiliation with West Coast Sim Racing or anything that we did here, but just a real quick shout out to him. He is a scammer. He is still yet to pay after 3 to 4 months of putting away broadcast payments, as well as paying his drivers as well, league payments as well. So that's been going around down there on the iRacing socials as we talk about this Benjamin Forehand. This is also a fast driver who is, excuse me, I don't think that was Ben. I think that was. Yeah, that was Brennan Myers who just went off track there. Brennan Myers, he's also a pretty fast driver on these GT3 machines. This is what I was mentioning there. You have to be extremely careful running on the paint and rumble strips. Brennan, he definitely running on the paint and rumble strips there. And around he's going to go. It looks like he hits a Mario Kart banana peel. Go back out here to the closest battle on track. It's Andrew Bound, the 651. He's in another BMW. Okay, he's got Benny White there waving at us hello. He's also got Joe Rainey on the outside line there. Mr. Joe Rainey says thank you very much. Going to take away that final driver interview position. Let's see who we got down there live in all YouTube land. We got Slipstream Performance saying send it, Joe. Hey, Slipstream Performance. They're tuning in. They're part of some real-life racing at Apex Motor Club. Slipstream always putting a racing machine together for Mr. Joe Rainey. I'm curious if Slipstream also contributes to the iRacing setup shop, as well as there's a recent iRacing simulation motorsports. It's called a simulator and not one of those video games. Slipstream, we appreciate you coming out. Dylan Lee saying Brennan Myers is a dog. Saying that JK, and then Moonlight Dancer, of course, Logan Stanley rooting on Mr. Brandon Birch. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. Vertical, horizontal, as well as in that live YouTube chat. This is going to be a next closest battle out here on track. It's Mitch Crowther. I think I'm saying that last name right. Let's just hop on board with Mitch here. Once again, it's not what you can and can't see, but it's a game of inches. It's a game of centimeters. It's also a game of trying to avoid these puddles that have formed here with torrential downpour from Spa here tonight. Look at the steering wheel there for Mitch. It's micro adjustments going on there. That's what you have to do to try and not even find pace, but just it's survival here tonight. Let's see what Mitch is able to do here through the double left-hander. Okay, the left and then back to the right-hander. I love Spa. Glenn Wilson right up there in front of him. And that 791 Porsche Razzles machine. Got dude wipes there on the bumper. I think all these drivers are going to need some dude wipes here after this race is done and over with. Glenn and Mitch continue to battle it about 1 second separating each other for 9th and 10th. There's Lewis Holloway who now goes for a spin. There, Brennan Myers who goes for, yeah, we did have another spin. It's Ali Eksay, the number 19 AMG. Appreciate Ali Eksay coming back for another season of racing with us here, but these torrential downpour, it's probably a whole centimeter or two of water separating the Michelin rubber from the asphalt here tonight from Spa. We saw it on the micro adjustments on the steering wheel. I could continue to hear it on these throttle and brake inputs here throughout the track. So still Trevor still out up front in the number 10 machine. Porsche having a really nice show today. At least they're leading the race as he slip and slides it through the left, right, and then left again. And then it's 3 Porsches running 7th, 8th, and 9th. Nick Davis, Adrian Gutierrez, as well as Glenn Wilson. All these drivers putting on a show for the race fans tonight. Real quick, before we get that competition caution, enjoy one more Sights and Sounds here tonight on Stam Studio Network. We appreciate everybody joining in here tonight. Stam Studio Network. Caution flag is out. This is our competition caution. Then we're going to re-rack them, restack them, get all these drivers back, and I believe it'll be a 2-wide restart too, which is, if it's anything like our green flag race start, it's going to get pretty wild pretty quick. Let's take one more look at that. Well, not one, but maybe 2, 3, 4 looks at this race restart once again. There was maybe a spin, 2 or 3, but it was a lot more closer than I thought it would be. There you go. You see the 3 and 4 wide start to dive their way down into turn 1 here. That's okay. That Josh Hunter got spun there, and then he actually maybe got a little bit of a nudge and able to get it all back rolling just pretty quick back in the right way. I don't know how you see anything if you're any of these drivers back here. Look, and then there's the contacts there for not Lewis Holloway. That was the neon green and blue Chevrolet Corvette who went off the track, Benjamin Forant or Michael Odell. We also had a couple of these race leaders spin from the race lead earlier on in the race. As well, let's check in on a couple of those what were some race leaders earlier on. Michael Odell, he has fallen back here to P18. He's led 1 lap, but he was looking pretty strong in that Chevrolet Corvette number 56 machine. Joe Rainey also leading a lap or 2 earlier on in the race. He's fallen back here into the pits. Nobody still opting to take dry tires. I would most certainly hope not. Joe Rainey also leading a lap or 2, falls back to P20, but he had to get that front damage fixed on that number 17 machine. A driver who's been on the move, who we can't talk about enough tonight. It's the number 10 machine of Trevor. He's been really rocking and rolling, keeping the pace up, and that's hard to do within these conditions that these drivers are racing in tonight. You can barely even see anything as they are pacing, as it's going to be Trevor, Zach Severe, Andrew Bound, Jake Steckler, Andreas Profana out here, the top 5. Nick Davis, Adrian Gutierrez, Mitch Crowther, Glenn Wilson, Brandon Birch. That's to round out your top 10. Kalani, Miles, Josh Hunter, Brian Reyes, Warren Johnson, Brendan Myers, Ali Iksay, Michael Odell, Dylan Bliss, Joe Rainey, Benjamin Forant, Lewis Holloway, Nico Colby, Taylor Thompson, and Jeremy Fletcher rounding out the top 25. All right, while we re-rack them, restack them, this is going to be the last pace lap here, but go ahead. This is a brief moment to make sure you grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, but promise me that you'll come back, as I will promise you I will do the same. We'll be right back with you after a word from one of our sponsors and affiliates. Thanks, everybody.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy, it's Sean Stam up here in the booth, and before we start to get to this Argy-Bargy, before we re-rack them, re-stack them, I just want to say thank you, each and every single one of you, once again, who continues to make this happen here. Couldn't be doing it without these racers putting on a show for the race fans it's about to be week after week after week after we open this new season for not only Season 3 for the GR86 side of things on Monday nights, but as well as this GT Challenge League every now Thursday night. It's going to be fun. Since I thank each and every single one of you from the bottom of my heart, as well as, you know, I'm talking to you out there in YouTube land, the race fans. We see you every single race chatting it up down there live YouTube land. It's Moonlight Dancer. It's Slipstream Performance. Welcome to VIP Pass. We're gonna have to. I think I already got some shirts or keychains out your way at Apex, but I'm gonna have to send something through the mail now. There, Slipstream. I appreciate that. That's what really keeps us moving and grooving there behind the scenes, as well as just like I'm saying, the contribution from the league owners, the drivers, and the fans who continue to make this possible. And now, what I originally wanted to get out here, but had to get the thank yous out the way first. Is there a bird out here? Listen to those twins. I think it's the BMW here. Hang on, listen to this real quick. Come on, flip the throttle, Andrew. Yeah, it's this little Tweety bird in the engine of that BMW M3. There. I think Andrew's listening live. That is hilarious. Okay. As I was about to say, though, this is about to, yeah, we can hear it outside of the car as well. I want everybody to get up on their feet for this race restart, because the rain, it's gone away here at some portions of the racetrack, but it has stayed in others. We're gonna have this dry line that has formed here. Probably not, I take that back. There's no dry line still. We've seen how treacherous it's been. Trevor is going to kind of re-rack and restack the field here, as you see on that bottom iRacing map of Spa. Here we go into turn 18 and 19 through that final chicane. It will be a single file restart. Trevor, the field is in your hands. The anticipation, the excitement, you can feel it in the virtual air here tonight as the number 74 of Zach Sevier tries to mosey up this race restart. Here we go through that final chicane. We're waiting until the green flag. Trevor, the field is in your hands. Here we go, go. Heading into that tough, tight hairpin, heading down there to turn number 1. It's a lot more clean, calm, and cordial than the original race start, but it's still side by side from 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th on back. Trevor still out to the lead. Zach Sevier P2, Andrew Bound. He's going to try to find some sort of clean windscreen, some sort of where there's no moisture slapping the windscreen there at Mach 2. Up and through a Rouge they go, up and on cooler temps as well as cooler tire pressures. This was really impressive to see all these drivers make it through a Rouge here on this first back to green battles we go. Brandon Birch, Mitch Crowther here working, fighting, slicing, dicing it here for 7th and 8th. We're almost about to look 3 wide. We'll settle it back down to 2 as we're still going to look. Oh, no, there goes the number 95. That's going to be Andreas Rofana in the Skechers Yellow and Blue Machine. He's going to lose not 1, not 2, maybe even count them 3 positions here. Excuse me, that was Andreas Rofana. Nick Davis gains a spot there as Andreas, he tries to dive it deep into the braking zone, doing everything that he can to try and retain that top 5 position. But unfortunately for Mr. Rofana, loses 2 spots there. Drops back to P6. Here we go, back to this battle for the race lead. It's Trevor, it's still Zach Saber in this. It's monsoon conditions tonight. Whoa, that's... I don't know how you don't have the TC and the ABS ramped up right now on these GT3 machines in these conditions, but Zach, I guess that's how you have to find the speed. You have to find the pace. That's exactly what Zach is doing right here. That was a massive, massive save. Let's see if he's able to continue to close this gap to the race leader. If we look at the last lap history, besides lap 9, because that was our caution, if you look at lap 10, it was 0.050. 5 thousandths of a second separating these two. As, oh, I just saw in the live timing and scorings, I think Mitch had an incident. He's going to fall back to all the way to 17th position as he's finally able to get that number 073 dude wipes. Skid Mark Sim Racing. McLaren back moving and grooving. Let's see it out. Oh, god dang it. All right, we need the forklift driver, not for Mitch, but for the race replay tonight. Oh, it was contact with the 36. This is up here a really good battle for top 10. Oh, no, no, no. I have to rewind it once again here. I maybe even get the old drone camera shot out here for it. So it looks like Mitch already kind of got loose there, and then contact with the 36. Around they both go. Luckily for our season champion of last season, believe that was Josh Hunter who made it through there. Oh boy, there's still so much going on out here on track. There's only about 12, you could call it 14, 15 minutes left of racing, because the white flag, it's probably going to fly, and then we're going to have that last lap of about 2 to 3 minutes per lap. So keep that in mind as we continue to dwindle a little bit closer to that white and checkered flag. Back up here to the battle for the race lead. Trevor and Zach doing everything that they can to look at the tire marks that Zach even put on the racetrack there, trying to find the throttle pedal as early as he can. He is pushing it, trying to give it everything that he has to try and close that gap to the number 10 Porsche of Trevor out up there up front. Xavier, let's see what he can do here through the turns as they both get on the paint, they both get on the rumble strips, both as loose as a goose here tonight from Spa. Andrew Bound, Jake Steckler, Nick Davis. Nice run for all these drivers tonight, but I mean, come on, we got to talk about, let's see if we have it. Yeah, there we go. Take a look at this graphic. Jake Steckler started 23rd, worked his way all the way up to 4th, knocking on possible final driver interview spots. Andrew Bound, we have known how fast Andrew Bound is. But hey, right there for Jake Steckler. We have known how fast Mr. Jake Steckler is, but just things out of his doing, incidents that just kind of happen up there right up in front of him. Jake Steckler, oh, he's gonna hang on to it once again. It's kind of been some unlucky luck for the Jake Steckler machine, but right now, how about the number 42? I'm gonna say it again. Dodge, duck, dip, diving, and once more dodging it all here tonight. Works his way up to P4. He's going to try to find a move here, try to make something here around Andrew Bound as our battle for the race lead. It's also heating up. It's also broiling from Spa. 9 minutes to go, but probably about 3 minutes too. Probably more like 12 minutes to go here tonight from Spa. Let's hang on board with Zach here. Watch the hands through turns 1. As well as through Rouge. All right, so we're already working 180-degree steering input there, and let's also listen to the throttle input. Normally this is flat and dry. Oh no! Zach Severe! Zach Severe! He says, no Sean and Taylor Curse today, no Siree Bobcat Tail. What a save for Zach. The hands going at upwards of Mach 2 to try to save that thing. That saves the battle for the race lead as well. But really briefly, we're gonna throw it back to this pause. We're not going to throw it back. We will look back at this battle here for that final driver interview spot once again. Man, how about Jake Steckler? We were all ripping Mazda MX-5s around virtual Martinsville last night. That, oh boy. The one time I will ever say that I was able to beat all these drivers. I did it. But it's oval racing, so it's a different story. If I was out here tonight with them, I'd be running 50th position. Laps, I'm calling it laps down, but back to this battle here for 3rd and 4th, and I mentioned Jake Steckler because he was out there battling it out with us last night, as he is almost every race for the virtual Apex Motor Club series. He's right there. He definitely could have this final driver interview spot, and this is going to be special. I think he's only had one driver interview spot before here. He's blind as a bat as we head our way into the right-hander, also into the left-hander. Look at Nick Davis and Josh Hunter. You can't really look at him, hang on. Look at Nick Davis and Josh Hunter still going at it here, battling for 5th and 6th. It was some side-by-side. It's now side-by-side between Andrew and Jake here. It's going to be Andrew Bound gets to the throttle pedal a little bit sooner. He's able to compromise the race, the corner entry, corner exit there. As you see, I had them all switch back around there. That's actually going to be, what? Okay, I ducked in, so sorry about that. It's Andrew Bound still to B3. Josh Hunter, Jake Steckler. Now, that's where I was getting confused. Jake Steckler now loses the spots to Josh Hunter. Hunter's done playing around in that Peppa Frog number 81 in the Mercedes AMG machine. This is through turns 18, 19 for probably the 4th to 5th to final time tonight, if my math is mathin'. Josh Hunter says, hey, I'm sorry, Mr. Jake Steckler. I know the storylines are looking good right now, but I also have places to be. It's going to be trying to make that inside line work here through turns 1 and 2. You better try to make this pass happen here before we work our way through turn 2 and 3 through Eau Rouge. It's going to be side by side. You have to be careful here. Somebody has to give. It looks like it's going to be Andrew Bound who gives in that Betty White waving at us BMW M3 machine. Oh boy, here we go. It's getting exciting up here out up front. Oh, it's also getting exciting through Eau Rouge. Alexei, hang on to her. He hangs on to her. What another, that's once, that's twice, that is thrice. And that's only Alexei saves tonight. If we had a save counter, it would probably be more looking like the subscriber count here tonight. This is another real nice battle. It's going to be door to door between Benjamin Forant and Michael Odell. Michael Odell is trying to work his way back out up to the front after spinning from the race lead earlier on. Slater, this one's for you if you're watching. Door quarter clear is that number 56, as he's still going to have the number 35 of Benjamin Forant. He's still hounding that rear bumper, not going away, is the number 35 of Benjamin Forant. Right behind this battle, it's still Mitch Crowther, it's Miles Guerrero, and Brandon Birch. And Birch is also trying to make his way back up to the front of this pack after, oh God, that's going to be rumble strips. That's going to be paint once again. Miles Guerrero goes for a slip and slide, says Birch. Brandon, I'm just going to give you this one here. Back out to the race lead, and if we take a look at the lap time history between P1, P2, yes, you're seeing that right, ladies and gentlemen. That is a 2-minute 40.3 put down for our race leader of Trevor here. Is it just Trevor? I hope, Trevor, let me know. He's continuing to kind of pull this gap here, at least between laps 12 and 13, between Zach and Zach. Let me know if it's severe or butchering it either way. Just let me know. Zach works his way up to P2. Josh Hunter, I don't feel bad because this is well deserved after Josh Hunter was spun out from P3 earlier on in or really P2. He is now, that's saying something there for the Josh Hunter machine. So we know he's had the pace, but especially here in the wet in a wild card race, he's looking really, really good. Dr. Andrew Bound, we know how much pace he has, but as well as in the wet, he's also looking good in that Betty White machine. Up to B4, Jake Steckler up 18. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to count them. But Jake Steckler up 18 positions. Very nice night for the number 42, Aston Martin GT3 machine. Aaron Evans, hey, if you're still watching, Aaron Evans, this is the West Coast Sim Racing League. Oh God, this is gonna be the Aaron Evans-tator curse tonight because right as I'm reading some YouTube chats, Nick Davis goes for a little whoopty-doopty. Aaron, you've caught us at a good time because not for the spin, but this is the start of the season. The West Coast Sim Racing League, oh gosh, I'll do some multitasking. I'll link the Discord in the live chat real quick. Oh God, this is tough. Okay, remind me here right after the race here because I don't want to miss any. I got some time. I'll do it for you real quick. All right, we'll hop on board with this battle here between Nick Davis and Benjamin Forant. I'll be right back up in the booth as I link this Discord as two drivers continue to run side by side for 2 rows back. It's still getting to the nitty gritty here tonight. Hey, Aaron, no worries. I appreciate you joining in tonight. Appreciate everybody down there live on YouTube land. Nolan, Dylan, Moonlight Dancer, Slipstream Performance still, as well as, hey, we got to update that bottom scroll as well. Don't let me forget that tier. Oh, God. I was just about to say, it looks like the sun is starting to shine just a little bit more, but here's Dylan Bliss. Also, after this spin, I'm showing a black flag. I'm curious if this is starting to get to the incident range here. Temps are still low, humidity still, it's starting to fall. Conditions are still cloudy, but I wouldn't trust that. Okay, I would trust it for the sky, but not the racetrack. Back out here to the race lead, the white flag is out, so this is only about 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. It's this battle between the front two runners here that we kind of have to keep an eyeball on, but it's going to be a lot said here for Zach to try and make anything happen here for this battle for the race lead. Aaron, I can't wait till you start joining us out here on track. And oh, golly, Zach, once again, look at the cans. Oh, no, there was a car stop. I hope that wasn't the race leader. No, it was not Trevor there. Aaron, I can't wait till you join us out here on the virtual track, whether it's the Monday night Toyota GRD6 League or the Thursday night GT Challenge League, because you're going to have fun either way. And it's hard to beat some West Coast sim racing action here on STAM Studio Network. It's final lap for Trevor, and we might as well look at it right quick, because led 13 laps, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I believe that's about 13 has about been every single lap tonight. The driver with 5,200 road course I rating is just looking to try to make it around this 4.3 mile killer of a road course just one more time, but he's about halfway through it. This is a really nice battle on this white flag lap here for Ali Xay and Michael Odell. We've seen the pace tonight from Michael L. There's a little bit of contact there from Ali Xay and Michael Odell, but that's we're gonna have the crossover. Look at Michael Odell go. He's gonna slide it out the inside, but that is what you get here on STAM Studio Network and West Coast Sim Racing. You can try to get better than it, but I promise you can't. It's clean, it's competitive, it's ethical wheel racing for these drivers. We've seen it time and time again. Trevor, he's a newer driver here tonight, but he's going to show us just how it's done. He's going to make his way through turn 17, the flat but risky corner here. He's going to make it up turns 18, 19, these next corners by. It's Vavroski, the number 10, a Porsche machine. I don't want to speak too early, but just a couple more turns to go. Let's see if he's able to make it happen. Let's see if he's able to keep it off the paint, off the rumble strips in these moist conditions tonight. Trevor, just 2, maybe 3 more turns. Yep, there's that final chicane. 2, 1, final turn tonight through the chicane for the final time. He's going to take the season opener. It's Vavroski who gets it done for the GT Challenge West Coast Sim Racing League. Zach Severe works his way, gets a little wobbly wiggly down there across the line. He's going to take P2. Josh Hunter to the final driver interview spot, gets it done in the number 81 AMG machine. Andrew Bound, the highest running BMW, he's going to solidify P4. Oh, Steck after gaining 18 positions. He's going to finish there in P5, almost a final driver interview spot. Andreas Rafana, Glenn Wilson, Benjamin Forand, Michael Odell. Holy, throw a blanket over this battle across the line. It's Nick Davis who wrapped up the top 10. All right, everyone, stick with us here on STAM Studio Network. We're going to get those unofficial, official race results scrolling on the screen, as well as those top 3 driver interviews. Don't go anywhere, as we still got some drivers making their way across the track. We'll be right back with you up here in the booth. Oh, God. Trevor. Oh, no. The Porsche spoiler is gone, but unfortunately, it's all fun and games. That's what we do at the end of these races. It's nothing out of hatred. It's all fun and games. Don't report us. We still got a couple of drivers making their way across the start-finish line, so Thank you once again, everybody down there, YouTube lands. We've got another couple of drivers here starting to join us here. Aaron, appreciate you joining on. And most importantly tonight, Slipstream Performance. Welcome to the VIP Pass. And we appreciate all your hard work that goes on there behind the scenes, keeping these drivers real-life cars up to race spec and continuing to keep them moving as we have now started the race season out at Apex Motor Club, one of the most prestigious, if not the prestigious, racing facility located just outside of Maricopa, Arizona. Here are those race results. We've already talked about the top 10, so we'll go, I'm so excited I'm losing my voice. We'll go 11th through 25th here. It'll be Ali Xay, Miles Guerrero, Brandon Burt, Dylan Bliss, Brian Reyes up in the top 15, round up the top 15 for Green Phantom Motorsports. Kalani Lamia, Lewis Holloway, Adrian Gutierrez, Brandon Myers, and Mitch Crowther after leading a lap or two for Skid Mark Sim Racing. Unfortunately, the tough conditions get to the, probably all these drivers tonight, but get to Mitch, he'll finish it out P20. Oh, Joe Rainey, the Rainey Homes Racing Mustang machine, finished it up P21. Warren Johnson, Nico Colby, Taylor Thompson, and Jeremy Fletcher rounding out our 25 driver grid. Stick with us here. I'll be right back in just a couple moments as I mosey my own way over to the live driver interview room. Oh shit, never mind. Perfect time in there. All right, this is gonna be the only time I ask it, but I gotta get it right. Trevor?
Yeah, Trevor.
Okay,
Trevor. It just felt weird.
No worries there, man. I was making sure I just have everything right here because it's got to be right for the man who completes our season opener here for Season 3 of the West Coast Sim Racing GT Challenge here this season. You get it done tonight in some pretty tough, treacherous conditions. Trevor Favrovsky, how'd you get it done in the number 10 Porsche machine?
It rained, and that'll pretty much do it right there for me. I love driving in the rain. I'm pretty much a wet weather specialist. I build all my aerating in the rain. So as soon as I saw that it was rain, I was like, I'm gonna bring out the Porsche, and we're going to have a lot of fun here. So no, it was a blast.
Man, it looks like it from up here in the booth. Hopefully you're getting all dry and getting ready to spray some champagne and then getting ready to dry off again for some virtual driver pictures down there in Victory Lane. That was a lot of fun to watch you there. You finished with an 8.4 second gap. How do you gain confidence? How do you gain as much pace like this here in the rain compared to some other drivers?
I mean, it's a lot of reps. I've definitely done a lot of different rain races, a lot of reps, but it's also, you know, I feel like I have a lot of confidence when it comes to the changing conditions there. So like at the rain, and when the rain let up and the track was starting to dry out, I just felt the car getting better and better, and I just gave it a little bit more and a little bit more. I know there was a bonus point for the fastest lap, so I was trying to wrap that up there in the last couple laps, and yeah, no, car felt great.
Well, it looked like it may be a save or two there, but honestly, Trevor, that's a great kind of transition into my next point here, because I started to talk about, you know, the dry line and the wet line and the differences between the two once they form, but I continue to see so many drivers have kind of instances here tonight. It looks like it was, I mean, it started to look like there wasn't even a dry line forming, but you think there was here tonight?
I mean, yeah, probably those last 3 laps, you saw a lot of the standing water go away, and it really started to open it back up. I mean, Spa in the dry is pretty notorious for a lot of track extending, so we couldn't quite get to that level, but definitely those last 3 laps started to use a lot more exit curbing and things like that. So it definitely opened up a little bit, but yeah, no, it was still pretty slick out there. You got to be careful with the line. So I wasn't fully back to dry line stuff, but it was definitely somewhere in the middle.
Well, that's what we like to see up here from Racing World. That's what we like to hear, or see and hear as well. Trevor, congrats once again on the race win. Real quick, before we let you get going, who we shout out to makes this win all possible for you, man?
Yeah, shout out to the GT Dynamic Crews. Got Nick in the race. He put it on pole with a good lap. Unfortunately, he ran into some computer issues throughout the race. He was running around here at like 19 FPS. Was having a tough old time, but yeah, shout out to all the GT Dynamics guys and Rob sitting there in the chat cheering us on the whole race. So it was a blast. Thank you.
Very well said, Trevor. That goes a long way there behind the scenes. And Aaron, Moonlight, Dylan, Logan, and everybody watching right now live on Sam Studio Network. Appreciate all of you. And Trevor, have a great rest of your night, man. All right, I'm going to mosey my way on over down there. I believe we've caught up here with Zach, also live in here in the top 3 driver broadcast booth here. Zach, you got yourself a copy.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, loud and clear, Zach. Congrats on the podium finish. We see you gained 4 spots since the drop of the green flag. My first question for you is, because I couldn't ask Trevor, but what was the rooster tailing of moisture like here tonight behind these GT3 machines? Were you blind as a bat?
It was pretty scary. I didn't put in quite as much practice as I should have, and it was pretty nerve-wracking actually.
Gosh, it looks like it, Zach. I mean, we saw not once, not twice, but probably thrice, even more than that. You continue to save that Mercedes AMG. How'd you get it done here tonight? How'd you work your way back up to P2?
Yeah, at the beginning, I had a better start than I thought I would. I was pretty proud of the first few laps. Then I started to sort of drop back, and then Eau Rouge was just impossible for me. I kept having moments there, but I think the main thing was just keeping it like out of the wall, away from the white lines, and just keeping it safe. That's what kept me in the race.
Yeah, that's really well said there, Zach. It's interesting to get a look inside the helmet, especially through Eau Rouge. It's something in the dry, and then now we head to a monsoon spot. It was fun to watch every driver's hands there work at about Mach 2, save these cars lap after lap. Zach, would you say that you're more physically or more mentally tired at this point?
That's a good question. I'm not sure actually. Probably pretty good balance.
Yeah, man, racing will do that to you, especially out here in the wet. All right, Zach, I'm sorry to pop quiz you here, but final question, and then I'll let you go. Who would you like to shout out to? Who makes it all done? Who gets it all done here for you to allow you to bring home a podium finish?
Yeah, I guess the admins putting it all together, everybody who works on this series and makes it happen. I'm super new. This is my first ever league race, and so I was just really thankful for the suddenly seeing this series and being like, oh, maybe I can join this, and everybody was really nice and everything.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, Zach, as far as niceness and racecraft goes, it's going to be hard to beat the West Coast Sim Racing League. This being your kind of first time of it, I almost don't want to say we spoiled you here, but it's going to be pretty hard to beat and welcome, and hopefully we have you here for seasons to come.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Have a great rest of your night. All right, so we got, I believe, let me count them, 1, 2. All right, had to carry the 10 up there. Multiplication. We got 2 drivers left here tonight. It's going to be first driver that we're going to chat with. It's going to be our multi-class championship winner from last season, Josh Hunter. After falling back from the top 3, he slices, he dices, he works his way back up to the top 3. Final driver interview spot. Well, second final driver interview spot. Josh, how'd you get it done tonight, man?
I don't know, because I think I took damage when someone decided to go bowling in turn 1, lap 1. So I had a lot of spins until the caution came out, and then just natural selection did its thing after that, and was able to make my way back up there, thankfully.
Well, Josh, yeah, we saw that happen to you down there lap 1, and it was a really nice kind of snap and save it, get it back rolling. You're able to kind of put the bandage on the bleeding there, but it's nice to work your way back up to P3, and you're going to start this race season off with a really nice kind of run with the point standings. What's going through your mind, and how'd you get the top 3 done with these changing track conditions within the last 3 laps as well?
I'm pretty familiar with the rain line on this track, so it's not really anything new. Other than that, just took advantage when the rain stopped and the track started drying up, and just felt the grip come back to the car, and just was able to keep pulling away from everyone else. And just try to stay safe, because I was running out of incident points also towards the end, so didn't want to have any more offs.
Yeah, I think I actually saw one driver have to. They got a black flag. Not sure if they had to serve it there or not, but yeah, we saw incidents have to. They were starting to be a factor here tonight from a slippy and slidey Spa. Josh, last question I got here for you before we let you get going. Who we shout now to allows you to continue to start to continue to race another season of West Coast Sim Racing with us here these Monday and Thursday nights?
Well, of course, you for the broadcast, Warren for this league full of clean drivers, good racing, and all that good stuff.
All right, thank you, Josh. That's what keeps us going behind the scenes right there, man.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, appreciate it, Josh. We'll let you get going. We'll let you wash off the champagne as well from this podium finish. Congratulations. And I think we got one more special interview here tonight. It's the league owner. It's the man. It's the myth. He's the legend. It's Warren Johnson. Hey, Warren, it's our favorite line. This is Sean up in the booth. You got yourself a copy?
Don Stam in the booth.
Oh, every time we call, it's instead of hello, hey, it's that's what it is here for Warren and I. And Warren, well, what was going through your mind tonight? We saw you get a little wobbly wiggly.
Yeah, it was a lot of that, that's for sure. No, this was fun. I really wanted to start the season off with an interesting race, and I kind of wanted to do a rain race. There's a few people asking for it. And,
oh, heck yeah.
I know a ton of people didn't want rain and are still mad, but they'll get over it, and they're gonna do good for the rest of the season. No, I think that was fun. It really shows you who the real drivers are here. You can race in the rain. You can race pretty much anywhere. Yeah, it was a challenge. And I spun a bunch, so I'm not one of those drivers. But it was fun. So I enjoy racing with these guys, no matter what track or temp or weather or whatever. Doesn't matter. I like driving with these guys. So I'm glad to have them all in my league, despite their anger with the rain. But no, it was a blast, as always.
Hey, that's well said, Warren. It's a wild card. I mean, hey, it's sim racing. You never know when it's going to rain. And well, tonight it did here out at Spa. Warren, I would just real quick before we start to get into some questions. So yeah, I know the drivers have thanked you, but I would also like to personally thank you for bringing me on for another race season and continuing to choose some really nice tracks as well for GRD6 and GT3.
You're welcome. Yeah, we're glad to have you. And
that was Nico.
What was that? What happened? I don't even know.
I think I sneezed, or somebody sneezed. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways.
No.
Warren, what messages would you like to get across here from tonight, from the season opener of this GT Challenge League, as well as the West Coast Sim Racing?
Just thanks for coming, for everybody, all the members. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the members for joining and racing with us, and I hope that they come back after, despite maybe not a good first race, but no, I think we're gonna have an awesome season. We have a ton of fun races coming up. Especially, I think we nailed this. I don't think we can do any better on the scheduling. So this is gonna be a blast of a season, and I can't wait to see all the new guys kind of bloom and see how they race and how they progress through the season. And if people aren't as experienced in racing or they're new to this game, then I kind of like to see them progress. We've talked about Brandon Birch before, but I mean, that dude used to be in the back. I say it every time I'm racing them, but I mean, he's way up there. I mean, Jake Steckler was doing awesome tonight. All those guys. So Zach Sauer, I mean, new guy on the podium. And then who was the other guy? Trevor. Yeah, Win and P2 on their first race with us. That's pretty cool. So I'm really happy to see that. And Josh, of course, P3. He's always going to be up there. But yeah, thanks for coming, guys, and the viewers. Thanks for watching. Just stay tuned. We got an awesome season ahead, and we'll see you Monday at where are we going? We're going to be at VIR next on Thursday next week, and then Brands Hatch on Monday. So stay tuned for that.
Some more amazing tracks there from Mr. Warren Johnson. He set up a good league. Warren, we gained a couple fans and actually a driver or two down there live in YouTube land's gonna have a new driver joining the league as well. So Warren, as well as everyone down there in YouTube land, all the drivers, every single one of the drivers, every single one of the fans, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every single one of you. Make sure you drive those virtual cars home safe, fly those virtual flights home safe, and I'll see you Saturday for our season opener for the Urpass GT3 series. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your nights, and I'll see you then.